Welcome back, everybody. We have a new video put out from my opponent, and we're going to jump right into this. We're going to dissect it piece by piece together. So, without further ado,
Hi, I'm Shannon Ellis, President of NTEU, Chapter 66, Kansas City IRS.
well, hello. It's been a while. It's nice to see you.
I'm asking for your support in this election to re-elect me as your president.
Now, hold on. Hold that thought.
I wanted to address some information that one of my opponents are putting out. Trying to make it seem like I'm not out campaigning on campus.
I don't believe that I did. I just found it ironic as I was campaigning on campus that nobody seemed to know who you were. Because when we look at your page, it also shows no campaigning. It's just other employees and other members campaigning more than the actual person running for the position.
Well, I wanted to make sure that you understand that I'm not out sitting on Main Street with a TV running a video and asking for you to come over and discuss facts that are not true or made up.
This is where it really starts to get alarming, because if it's not true or made up, you first off would not call them facts, but second off, those numbers came from you guys, and that is a fact. It came from your treasurer, Myrtle Bailey. So, and I'm pretty sure she got the numbers from you, which, again, if you recall, wasn't even exact numbers.
No.
We used estimated numbers. We rounded down to further benefit your stats. And yeah, I mean, you can say it's fake, you can say it's a lie all you want, but the members can go back and look at the videos and see where the numbers actually came from. And lastly, I wasn't asking anybody to talk to me. I did bring in a TV. I set it up, powered from a power supply. I connected it via my phone, and I sat there with signs on either side of me and just said hello to everybody that walked past. Anybody that approached me, it was more than willing to sit and have a conversation on their own behalf, their own time. Again, I'm not there pulling teeth. I'm just there to say hi and do a meet and greet. That's simple. I want them to be able to put a face with the name, as clearly over the last 5 years you have not.
I am busy. We were gearing up for a shutdown. My number one priority was to protect the employees of the Internal Revenue Service.
And how'd you do that?
Turn on the TV. We were on the news trying to get Congress to understand what our employees were going to experience during a shutdown.
Awesome. So as you guys are, in my opinion, seeking 5 minutes of fame and run into the media to talk to Congress, apparently, by just feeding them some complaints. Meanwhile, Congress is actually working on the shutdown and working on the appropriations. So I don't think that they're sitting by watching the local news, first off. Second off, it's called multitasking. You could be doing various things. I know that you mentioned doing other things such as food drives and stuff, and lines of credit. That's fantastic. However, that doesn't take that long to set up or establish. Because, we knew well in advance that there could be a potential shutdown. Lastly, you can go back through the members page on Facebook and you can see who was actually being beneficial by sharing valid information, such as OPM shutdown furlough guidance, or the IRS lapse in appropriations, for 2024. It was this guy sharing it. So instead of giving the information to your members, you just left them high and dry and went right into the news.
So campaigning, as important as it is, it wasn't my number one priority. And if I don't get reelected because I wasn't on Main Street with the TV campaigning, I'm okay with that.
And this is where they start to try to mislead you. When I was on Main Street with my TV, that was after the shutdown, not before, and not during all the madness. If anybody had anything to do with the TV. It was you guys running to the TV while I was sharing the information. And again, keep in mind, I'm not even currently a union official. So why does it take a non-union official to be not only the first one, but the most active one in sharing not only the information, but giving out answers, answering all the questions? Again, where were you guys? Just complaining? Again, this is my opinion. However, it just doesn't look good,
Because my priority, my responsibility as president was to prepare for this shutdown, make sure that the employees knew what documents to take with them, to set up harvesters for possible food drives in case this was a long shutdown, to get documents in employees' hands so that they could contact their creditors and extend payments during a shutdown.
I want to pause right there because she said she got documents in employees' hands. How many of you guys actually got documents in your hands? Because everybody that I was talking to, there was no documents that were passed out, especially since the shutdown didn't happen. That's just simple facts. So she can sit here and say that she was putting documents in employees' hands and sharing the information, but again, go back and look at the page of our social media. She was nowhere to be found. And did you receive any documents? No.
So I am asking that you vote to re-elect me as president, because my priority is you and protecting you as members and as employees of the Internal Revenue Service.
Again, I disagree, as we have clearly pointed out in this video that your first instinct was to run to the media and not to the members. So that was issue number one. Issue number two was people that were not even in elected seats, not even stewards, not even chief stewards. Nobody in the union shared the information until it was first shared by a regular union member, such as myself, which was me. So again, you can sit here and say the members are your number one priority, but again, the actions just are not aligning.
So, vote for me, vote to re-elect me. I'm proud and honored to serve as president, and my work isn't done. We are still preparing for the November 17th shutdown.
So that would be a potential shutdown, and could you not use most of the preparations that you just went through? Again, how much effort and how much time does it actually take to get prepared for something? It should not take weeks on end or well over a month just to get prepared for a shutdown. They really need to be learning how to multitask and address actual issues such as a sub 20% win rate. That is what you really need to be addressing and working on. Furthermore, a shutdown, while it does have a negative impact, they don't last forever, and we do get paid, thankfully. So I guess my question is how does campaigning not take precedence, or at least enough so to where you figure out how to add it into the schedule? Because then over the next 3 years is how long this position lasts. And so if it was actually that important to you, or I was actually that big of a threat, you would have continued campaigning instead of putting it on pause. But instead, again, actions speak louder than words. I'm not that big of a threat, and you know this. And so instead, you chose to go seek out the media. It is what it is.
Trying to make sure that employees that were wrongly selected as essential will not have that same thing happen to them November 17th. So vote. Don't forget to vote. It's very important.
Here we are in closing with one final red flag of how she admits that there was clear issues during the potential shutdown of people being told that they were accepted or essential when in fact that they were not. And so again, these clarifications were things that I was sharing. Again, we need change, and the one thing that I can agree with her on is if I'm elected, that probably isn't going to be happening come November 17th. I will ensure crystal clear clarity, and if for whatever reason there's discrepancies, you can be reassured that I will be there addressing those first and foremost, like right away. So the last place I'm going to be is at the media, telling them people's complaints. Like, well, look, and I don't want to keep bashing that because it is important to share the message, right? But there's a time and there's a place. To me, the time first comes to the members, and then after that would come the media. So like maybe the moment we go into shutdown, that's when you run to the media. However, up until that point, it should be the members.